Let's talk about Sudan. Sudan was under joint British-Egyptian rule from 1899 to 1955. Sudan became independent in 1952. Sudan was not divided then. Northern part was dominated by Arab Muslims, and southern part was dominated by black African Christians and animists. First Sudanese civil war between North and South over demands for more regional autonomy by the southern Sudan region. Some 500,000 people are estimated to have been killed. People were forced to leave their home and seek refuge elsewhere. Sudan's People Liberation Army, SPLA, was formed by South Sudan Liberation Movement, SSLM. South Sudan gains independence from the central government. Now in April 2023, suddenly a war has broken out in Khartoum. The question is, who is fighting now, and why is the war broken out? This is General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. He is the Sudanese Army General, who is the de facto ruler of Sudan, the chairman of the Transitional Sovereignty Council. This is the other guy named Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo. He is the leader of RSF, Rapid Support Forces, and the deputy chairman of the Transitional Sovereignty Council. The war is going on between Burhan and Hamdan. How these two are related to this war? This man is Omar al-Bashir, former president of Sudan. He carried out a military coup back in 1989, when he was brigadier general in the Sudanese army. Omar al-Bashir overthrew Sadiq al-Mahdi and ruled the country for 30 years. In 2019, these two men joined together and overthrew Omar al-Bashir. How Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and Hamdan Dagalo got together. In the year of 2003, war in Darfur started. To main rebel groups like Sudan Liberation Movement, Army, and Justice and Equality Movement started war against the Sudanese government.
Discrimination between Arab and non-Arab.
Land disputes between semi-nomadic livestock herders. Racism against non-Arab black citizens. Then Omar al-Bashir appointed his army chief Burhan to take action against these rebel groups.
It was not a conventional or an ethical war. It was simply a genocide.
More than 1 million children have been killed, raped, wounded, and displaced. In April 2004, Human Rights Watch HRW released Darfur Destroyed, Ethnic Cleansing by Government and Militia Forces in Western Sudan. During this Darfur War, Burhan handpicked this man Hamdan. He formed a militia group called Janjaweed, that means evil on the horseback. The Janjaweed forces surrounded the village and then attacked girls and women who left the village to gather firewood or water. They went house to house, killing the boys and men while raping the girls, and women. Omar rounded up everyone, bringing them to a central location, where the forces then killed the boys and men then rape. On 14 July 2009, the ICC issued an indictment for the President of Sudan, Omar Bashir, for crimes against humanity and for having facilitated and ordering the genocide in Darfur. During the Darfur War, Hamdan Dagalo formed his new force called RSF, Rapid Support Force, which was not under Sudanese army. Omar al-Bashir fully supported Hamdan Dagalo for creating this new paramilitary force. He loved Hamdan Dagalo for his brutality over Darfur War. Hamdan Dagalo became so trustworthy to the president. The president could not trust his army chief Burhan at that time. But in 2019, Burhan and Dagalo joined together, overthrew and arrested the President Bashir. Then they established Transitional Sovereignty Council and appointed themselves as chairman and deputy chairman onwards. But let's find out how Hamdan Dagalo became sulfur monoxide rich and powerful. During these years, he formed his company Al Junaid, which had a wide array of business interests, including investment, mining, transport, car rental, iron and steel. He used the RSF to take control of gold mining operations. In early July 2019, Dagalo was considered by The Economist to be the most powerful person in Sudan. Dagalo and Burhan became the most influential figures in the country once they were good friends. But why these two partners in crime are fighting over each other in 2023? Tensions between the army and the RSF grew as a deadline for forming a civilian government approached. General Burhan declared that RSF should be reintegrated into the regular armed forces. But this autonomous RSF force did not agree to join under the army. So the powerful Dagalo is showing his power against Burhan. So, the war is between the RSF against the SAF, Burhan against Hamdan for control of the Sudanese state, as a clear sign that this war is turning into a civil war.